Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today I'm going to just make a real quick announcement video about different things coming up on my channel. Now guys, before we actually officially get started with this episode, like I said, mainly this episode is going to be an announcement video and me talking about different things. Actually, you may be wondering what in the world all of this is on the screen. This up here, this is a visual representation of what I want to talk about. As you can plainly see on the screen, we have got 3 different things I gotta talk about real quick that's going to happen on my channel, or at least I'm going to try to make happen on my channel. And I'm not really going to be using the drawing feature for this episode, but what I'm going to be doing is after I get done talking about a specific topic, I'm actually going to mark out the thing I talked about previously. I was thinking about doing this originally with a red pen, with a red colored pen that you can actually change over here. However, I found a different solution. Along with having the drawing feature on this game, they actually have a bunch of different symbols you can actually use. And basically these symbols can be used, I guess, for different things if you're wanting to represent something. We got a bunch of symbols over here, and there's actually 2 kinds of symbols that I could use to actually, well, show you guys, or represent what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of symbols here. There's a star, there's a check mark, there's a question mark, and all that. But there's also 2 particular symbols I could use to, instead of marking this whole thing out with a red pen, I could just mark out the number and make it easier. We could do it 2 ways. I could either use an X, which is actually dadgum one of the symbols on here. I'm gonna put it up here in the top right corner so you guys can see an example of what it looks like. This right here is what the X looks like, and I could definitely use that to, you know, mark out what you talk about over here. Something else I could also use is a check mark. Along with having an X, I also have a check mark. And I guess in a way this could be taken with context, because if we kind of think about it this way, I guess one of the ways I could mark this is whenever I get done with a specific topic, if something I talked about in that was positive or whatever, I could put a check mark over here, like let's say the PBR announcement was something good, I could mark it with a check mark. Or if it was bad, I could mark it with an X. However, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to stick to the X up here on the screen, and I'll be using that to mark out the numbers and make it easier to talk about. One other thing I could also do is try to erase it, but the problem with doing that is I'd have to avoid from erasing the thing below it. And then at the same time, like I said, I can't clear the whole screen because I got all the announcements on here. Real quick, before I even talk about anything, I'm going to show you what the check mark looks like. Like I said, there's both an X and a check mark. That's what the check mark looks like, and I could use either symbol to actually mark out what I have. Like I said, I could use this check mark up here to mark out something that's good that I talked about. Like I said, if the PBR announcement or Pull and Buy Revolution was a good thing, I could actually mark it with a check mark if I really wanted to. However, no matter whether a good or bad announcement comes up, I'm just going to mark it with this, instead of marking it out all through with a red line. Originally what I was going to do was just use the drawing feature and put it in the red color like you see up here, and then just go through it like this and mark out everything you see that's on the screen. So, let me see if I can get it. I'll just be using the X instead of the check mark. The check mark will not be used. That's something else I could do right there, is what I just did. You saw me just mark out the check mark, which I didn't even have to do. However, I'm scared if I try erasing the check mark and how it's going to end up accidentally erasing the announcement I need to make. all these announcements are very important for stuff that's going to happen on my channel. I would recommend actually watching and pay attention in this video, because if you don't, you're gonna there's gonna be some things on here that's really important for me to talk about. Pokemon Battle Revolution, there's something I really gotta talk about with that. There's something. Well, let's go ahead and go through the announcements and I'll explain them one by one. I'll give a brief summary about each one real quick. Okay, first off, I want you to look up at the number 1. If you, obviously you know which one that one is, look up here at number 1 and read it. If you can read that, which hopefully you guys can, it says Pokemon Battle Revolution. I was about to run out of room to actually put all of Revolution, so I had to put it down here. That's why that looks like that. As you can see right below that, I had to put the second announcement. But yeah, basically up here at number 1, it says Pokemon Battle Revolution. Basically, guys, what I'm going to talk about with Pokemon Battle Revolution is just mainly kind of a wrap up for what's been going on, because in the past month and a half, you haven't seen a video of Pokemon Battle Revolution from me. And basically, the first announcement up here, what that's going to cover. There's something very important that you talk about with not just Pokemon Battle Revolution, but the games that you can transfer the Pokemon from. That mainly being Diamond and Pearl. Well, in my case, Diamond. I'll talk about that once I get up here, which I will do in a minute. Alright. The second announcement I gotta make is down here at number 2. If you can read that, it says iPad and tablet gameplay. I didn't have room to put series again, so I just erased it and then kept it like this. This is going to talk about something very important to my iPad and tablet gameplay series. This is probably going to end up... All these announcements are very important, but I think number 1 and number 2 are probably the most important, because it's telling about specific games on my series. All these announcements are particularly important, but there's some of these talk about specific things and what's been going on with them. I've got something very important to explain with the iPad and tablet gameplay series, and I'll talk about that when we get there. However, let's look at number 3 real quick. You guys can't hardly read number 3, but it was kind of hard for me to write because you guys can't see it right now, but whenever you actually record a video, if you're moving the mouse around, there's this little menu that'll appear at the bottom that has the record button. It has just a bunch of buttons. It has the record, taking a picture button. It has all the options for making the camera big screen, the drawing effects and all that. That's in the way. That's one of the reasons why there's a whole bunch of room at the bottom that I probably could have put something there. One of the main reasons is because that menu was there, and if I clicked it, it accidentally recorded when I didn't want to. Basically, the third announcement, I know you guys can't see it, but it says what is going to happen. And what I mean by that is basically with the channel through and through. Like I said, the first two announcements have to do with something very important, particularly on my channel. The third announcement is going to be talking about, well, it's going to be kind of a wrap-up for this video. It's going to be talking about, well, if any of these other announcements, either of these other announcements were good or bad, this will basically be a wrap-up. It'll talk about, since blah 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 and blah 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 is happening, I'll be doing blah 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 blah. If you guys that don't know what that means, basically it's saying stuff like, let's take this into context. Let's say one of the announcements was something about something bad happened to one of these games that's on the screen. Basically what number 3, the third announcement, is going to be talking about is what's going to happen with so-and-so, if so-and-so was to happen, or different things like that. And that's basically the sum up of all 3 of these. We're going to go in order, however, and we're going to start up here at number 1, the announcement about Pokemon Battle Revolution. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know right now, Pokemon Battle Revolution it will be a little while before we can actually get to it. One of the main reasons why I've not been doing Pokemon Battle Revolution is because of things I've talked about in a few previous episodes. As you guys seen in some of the backgrounds to my Pokemon Battle, as you guys have seen in some of the backgrounds, or some of the backgrounds of my other videos, you'll notice that you'll see the 3DS up and doing something. Well, while 3DS was on, I was actually trying to train up my Pokemon all the way to level 100. And that's basically what's been going on with Pokemon Battle Revolution. One of the main reasons why you have not seen Pokemon Battle Revolution in a while is because of the fact that I'm sitting here trying to actually get my Pokemon in the Torterra Pass leveled up. I've actually got all my Pokemon to level 100. However, guys, I'm actually going to try to add a brand new teammate to my team. As you guys know, I have all 6 Pokemon on my team already. I have 6 Pokemon already on my team. I have Torterra, Floatzel, Luxray, Staraptor, Garchomp, and Dialga. If I didn't already say him. However, guys, if I can, I'm going to be trying to replace, may not replace per se, but try to maybe replace, I keep saying replace, I can't think of another word that would fit that category. I'm going to be trying to get me a brand new teammate to where we can either switch off between Staraptor and another Pokemon, or to where that other Pokemon can be the permanent member of my team. This actually may seem dumb because in some way, I may not be playing it smart. For you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm actually training up a Pokemon in my game right now, which is a Pokemon I thought I'd never use. I like this Pokemon that I'm training up right now. However, I don't know if it's going to become a permanent member on my team. You guys don't really know this, but there is actually a lot of Rock-type Pokemon that I do like. One of the main reasons why I never say that I like a Rock-type Pokemon is because I don't like using a Rock-type Pokemon because they're so weak to everything. However, guys, whenever I start using the Torterra Pass again on Pokemon Battle Revolution, you guys will see a brand new teammate that is actually a Pokemon I've never used but always kind of liked. That Pokemon being Rampardos. Again, a Pokemon I didn't never expect to use because of all the weaknesses he has. I looked it up online, and he actually has at least 5 different weaknesses. He's weak to water, grass, fighting, steel, and ground. He might be weak to ice too, I don't know. This is bad timing, of course. Sorry about that. Anyway, the 5 weaknesses I just named out are the ones he is weak to. I'd like to use Cranidos, however, it's just a little bit terrifying to do because I can actually teach him a lot of great moves. I actually found the TM in Diamond and Pearl for the move Earthquake, and he could actually learn that move. I actually looked up his base stat totals online, and the maximum he could have is over 400 attack. One of the max base stat he can have is having at least over 400 attack. The problem is, every other stat is just plain awful. His attack stat is the only good stat he's gonna have. The best one probably right after that would be his defense. However, one of the most defense he could have is 200 less than his attack. He's a really good attacker. It's just I can't use him, or I just can't count on him to survive a bunch of hits, especially if it's one of his weak moves, or the one things he's weak to. However, if things work out, that means his defense could still be over 200. And as you guys know, one of my teammates that I got on my game itself actually is worse in defense. And that Pokemon being Floatzel. Floatzel is a great Pokemon, but his defense is complete garbage. And that's one thing that Rampardos is going to have. He's going to have a lot of attack. Plus, if lucky, more defense than Floatzel. As soon as I found the fossil, I actually restored him to where he was actually reliving, I guess you could say. And I actually ended up using him on my team. Whenever I revived him, he was only level 20. So what I did was I first got Rampardos to start liking me. It took a while. Actually, I'm doing the same method I'm doing now. Right now, you guys can't see it on camera, but my Pokemon, or I'm sitting here inside the power plant area or whatever, and I'm trying to get Rampardos leveled up. Right now, he's level 39 right now. What I first did is I actually tried to get him to like me. One of the first things I did was go to the game and kind of just walk around with him so I could get him to start liking me. After he finally liked me, well, I went to the Mr. Footprints house that's in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and checked his friendship. And whenever he said he fully liked me, that really made me happy, and that's what I was trying to aim for. Right after that, it's just trying to figure out, or let him get trained up to level 100, and then find a good moveset for him. Like I just mentioned, I did find the TM for Earthquake just a few hours ago, and we actually got that for him. However, 2 moves he learns by level up is going to be another move I will be teaching him. He can learn Zen Headbutt, and he can learn Rockhead, or whatever it's called. Not Rockhead, I don't think. It ain't Rock Smash, and I don't think it's Rockhead. No, it's Head Smash, I'm sorry. I kind of had them mixed up. It's Head Smash. So I had Rockhead, and then I had Rock Smash, and I got them kind of mixed up. It's Head Smash, which is a really good move for him to have. And it can help with Pokemon like Fire types, Flying types, Bug types. However, the weaknesses really is what's screwing us up right now. I think I have a good moveset for him. One thing I like about Diamond and Pearl better than I do Heart Gold and Soul Silver is that you can actually just purchase coins you can use to buy the things with. If you actually pay somebody in the game corner a lot of money, they will actually give you coins you can use to buy TMs and all that. A lot of TMs I saw in the game corner were actually pretty good too. I know I saw Ice Beam, I saw Swords Dance, Thunderbolt, Giga Impact. I can't even think of half of them. So, yeah. That's the thing too, like I said, I could actually, there's actually some moves in there I could teach him. I'm trying to debate what his moveset should be, because, well, I have an idea of what it could be, but I don't know if it's going to be the final moveset yet. I'm thinking about his final moveset being something like Fire Blast, which I actually got from the store, Rockhead, I said Rockhead again, Head Smash, Zen Headbutt, and Earthquake. I don't know completely if that's what his moveset's going to be. However, that's an idea of a moveset I could use for him. I don't know yet. I'll have to figure that out. So, that's what we just did. That's what Pokemon Battle Revolution, guys. It's now we're talking about how I'm going to have a brand new member on my team. PBR will be returning. Don't think it's come to an end. It's just, I have to try to get Rampardos leveled up. I got Kratos at level 20 and he evolves at level 30, so what I just did was I put him in the daycare until he got to level 28, and then I went to Sunny Shore City and went out to the water leading up to the Pokemon League and just trained off a bunch of high-level Pokemon there. I just put him in the front and then switched him out immediately, and eventually, after like maybe 5-10 battles, he actually got up to level 30 and he evolved. And ever since then, he's been in the daycare. However, the biggest problem I'm having right now is trying to figure out what to do from here, because I still have to have a lot of money And here's the thing, if things don't work out, I may end up having to have some heart scales too. Mainly because I don't know what his final moveset's going to be when he gets to level 100. He don't learn many moves, but I don't want him forgetting one of his more important moves, because he can learn Rock Head and Zen Headbutt by level up, and I need him to keep those. If he forgets those, I've got to make sure I have Heart Scale so I can reteach him. He's going to have Earthquake, he's going to have Rock Head, Head Smash, I keep saying Rock Head, I get that mixed up, and he's going to have Zen Headbutt. And the only thing I got to figure out what's his last move going to be. I was either thinking about Fire Blast or Swords Dance, but I honestly don't know yet. If his attack is as good as it says it's going to be online, then I think we'll have a really good attacking Pokemon. I think he'll be a really helpful teammate to have on my team. However, everything else about him is not going to be the best. If I can somehow have him, the main thing I'm kind of hoping for is that he's over Floatzel, at least in his defense. If I can at least get his defense, if his defense is at least a decent amount, he may end up being one of the main Pokemon we'll be using on my team. If Ramparts does not work out, I'll probably just keep switching in between them. What I mean by that is maybe one episode I'll use Staraptor, the next episode I'll use Rampardos, next episode of that I'll use Staraptor, and it keeps going like that. That way I don't not give each of them attention. So, yeah. Guys, you know how I just said a while ago how Pokemon Revolution was not coming into an end? Well, I have some very bad news about my other announcement. Before we even really get to it, though, let me go ahead and mark this out. I am actually now done talking about... Well, I meant to mark that in red, but it doesn't matter. I am now done talking about the first announcement, which is Pokemon Battle Revolution. Now, we move on to the second announcement, which is not as good as this one. Basically, guys, the next announcement is going to be on our iPad and tablet gameplay series. Not just the next video, the next series, or the whole series itself. And actually, I've got some very unfortunate news for you guys. I'm going to go and let you know right now, my iPad and tablet gameplay series is coming to an official closing. The last episode I did, part 76, is the last video I'm making of the series. If you see any other games from the iPad tablet gameplay series, it's only going to be from my Let's Mostly Play EvoPop. EvoPop will stay on my iPad, but basically everything else will be disappearing for good. So, yeah. I might keep games like AR Dragon and what's the word for it? AR Dragon, and maybe even Dragon Titans Uprising if I can really get in stuff on that. Dragon Titans Uprising might stay, but you only see it in other videos like my Let's Mostly Play with EvoPop. However, most other games, such as Dragon City, yes, Dragon City is now disappearing, Dino Factory, and the 3 games where you have to use gems to evolve your monsters is now all gone. They ain't gone off my iPad yet, but they will be disappearing. The only games that really have a chance of staying are Dino Island and Dragon Titans Uprising. And EvoPop, because obviously I'm going to still try to do that. Let's mostly play with EvoPop. So yeah. That's basically the announcement I had to make with the iPad and tablet gameplay series. It's very sad for me to say that the series might just be disappearing, but honestly, what else am I going to do? The last episode I kind of screwed up, and a lot of the time when I do make a mistake in a video, that's usually the end of it. That's about what's happened to me with PBR. And PBR only has one chance left. If I screw up anything with Pokemon Battle Revolution, that's the end of the series for good. I'll have to find other games with Feraligatr in it because I'm going to try never to go back. If I ever get bored of that game, I'm never going to come back to it. I'm going to try my best not to. Unless I can figure out something very particular I need to do in order to stay with that game. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with my iPad and tablet gameplay videos. The reason why they're ending is because of how Part 76 went. In some ways, the video was good. However, I don't think it stayed that good the entire time. Like I said, it was fun, but at the same time, we have other games we could do. That's actually something I talk about in my final announcement, which is down here, number 3, what's going to happen. And basically, this is a shorter version of saying what is going to happen to my channel from here. That's basically what that one's saying. In that section, I'll be talking about like what other projects we've got that we could do and maybe replace with some of these other ones. PBR is not ending, but the iPad and Tablet gameplay series is ending. So, yeah, that's the unfortunate news on my iPad and tablet gameplay series, but I told y'all guys before how, I know you guys can't hardly see this, but this, in some episodes of the series, it was a downward climb. In some of the videos, it was just plain boring, and everything in that video started making the series go downhill even more, and I was really nothing picking it back up. I'm keeping some of the games that will work out in our favor. Dragon Titans Uprising I will be keeping so we don't lose all the crap I worked so hard to get in that game. If I lose that, I'm going to be ticked off, especially when I was doing so good in that game. There'll only be a few games that will be staying. Evo Pop will obviously be one of them. However, I will keep Dragon Titans Uprising and AR Dragon. Those will be 2 games that we know are staying. And maybe we'll keep other games as well. I don't know what the official games are going to be kept. But I'm going to go and tell you right now, Dragon Titans Uprising and Evo Pop will be. So yeah, and maybe Dinosaur Island as well. That game also might be kept. Since it was a really good game we played. Plus, I don't want to disappear on us again like it about did beforehand. So, yeah guys. That's really all I had to say to everyone about that. Unfortunately, the iPad and tablet gameplay series might be ending for good. However, guys, the third section is going to be talking about different things we could do to make up for that. Basically, the third announcement is me just talking about different things that's coming up on my channel that could make up for things that's kind of been lost. As I just mentioned, the ablet, I don't know what the ablet is. The iPad and tablet gameplay series is now ending. However, the third section is always going to be talking about different things that's coming on my channel that can kind of replace some of these series. Guys, for you guys, I'm going to go and let you know that there is a good bit of series coming up on my channel that could actually be in replace of this iPad and tablet gameplay series. I was hoping that the iPad and tablet gameplay series would never come to an end. It would have about the same number of videos as PBR did. Heck, it didn't even reach part 86, which is where I think my first, like 85, where my first time that I into PBR was. Back in part 85, that's when things wasn't working out that well in my favor, and I decided, you know what, let's end Pokemon Battle Revolution. But then I brought it back like a few days to a few months later. So, it was planning on ending in part 86, but it never did because of different things. One of the main reasons why PBR is still going to this day is because of Feraligatr. You guys should know this by now because of how I talked to him. Feraligatr is the main reason why PBR is still going to this day. If it wasn't thanks to Feraligatr, I think the series would have been ended at part 86 and the series would have never been saved. The game's fun, guys. It's just that if I didn't have any of my favorite Pokemon in the game, that would really tick me off. I'd really like to see them make another Pokemon Battle Revolution game, but have every Pokemon from Gen 1 through 8 available in that. That would be really cool. But yeah. Anyway, guys, enough talking about Pokemon Battle Revolution. That was the first announcement we made. Let's move on down to the third one, where we're going to talk about what's going to happen from here on my channel. I'm going to let you know, guys, with the iPad and tablet gameplay series gone, that is kind of like messing up our videos in some sort of way. However, the good news about the iPad and tablet gameplay series ending is it don't completely tear apart anything we've tried to do beforehand. As I mentioned before, guys, Pokemon Battle Revolution is the glue holding pretty much everything on my channel together. If Pokemon Battle Revolution ends, the whole puzzle that we had put together with all my stuff is just, it's like this. That's all it is. It's the puzzle explodes and there's no way of fixing it. That's what's going to happen if PBR even ends up ending. If it does, we're screwed. The iPad and tablet gameplay series didn't really have too much of an impact on my channel because my channel is mainly based on Pokemon stuff anyway. Most of the things I do on my channel are Pokemon related. So Pokemon Battle Revolution coming to an end would ruin everything we had a chance of doing. However, guys, basically this last section I'm about to talk about is talking about different things I'm going to do and replace on my channel. PBR will obviously be one of them games we'll be doing. However, guys, it will be a little while before we can get back to that game because always I'm having to wait on Ramparts to get trained up. And even after that, I still have to make some money and probably even get 1 or 2 hard scales. So yeah, I'm only gonna need I'm gonna need a good bit of money so I'll have enough to buy the stuff I need. But yeah, basically, guys, I'm gonna talk about different things that's gonna come on my channel real quick. As I just mentioned, the iPad tablet gameplay series is coming to an end for good. However, there's a bunch of other things we could do to replace that, and we have other series going for us. I'm actually thinking about starting a brand new Let's Play of a game that's not Pokemon related, but a game that I used to love as a kid. I played years ago before I got into Pokemon. That game being another game on the Wii called Pac-Man Party. And that seems kind of weird because, well, my channel has been mainly Pokemon related, but a lot of stuff on my channel also ain't Pokemon related. Like the iPad and tablet gameplay series. It didn't have anything to do with Pokemon, did it? No. Like, there's some series on my channel that I've done that ain't Pokemon related. Family Feud's another one of them things. I played Family Feud, and it ain't Pokemon related. Basically, guys, what Pac-Man Party is basically just like a Mario Party kind of clone, but with Pac-Man in it. I was playing more when the game continued, or when the game actually starts. However, basically in the game itself, it's kind of like Monopoly combined with Mario Party because you go around this board and you play mini games at times. I'm not really going to go into much detail about it until we actually play it, so don't worry about hearing about that game right now. However, guys, along with that, some of the other things I'm going to be thinking about doing on my channel from here is the Let's Mostly Play of Evo Pop. They will be continuing more frequent. In fact, that will basically be the big replacement for the iPad and tablet gameplay series. Since, like I said, some of the games from the iPad and tablet gameplay series will be still in that. So, yeah, you can expect to see some games like that. However, a lot of the games that we did in the iPad tablet gameplay series will be gone. Along with doing the Let's Mostly Play, we'll be doing Pokemon Battle Revolution. And then, I'm also going to start a brand new iPad Let's Play of a game that I talked to you guys about a few months ago. Or no, not a few months ago, but about a month ago. That game being a brand new Pokemon game that they just came out with about a month ago, being Pokemon Cafe Mix. I will be doing a Let's Play of that game at some point in time, but understand, I don't know when it's going to start yet. I'll have to kind of balance it out because I think for a little while the main thing that we focus on is more on the Let's Mostly Play of Evo Pop since, well, with me being stuck here with my 3DS until Ramparts gets trained up, I can't go back to Pokemon Battle Revolution. I can't play any games. So, I can't really play any games that involve going in the bedroom using the TV. So don't be expecting to see the Let's Play of Pac-Man Party for a little while. And the same thing with Pokemon Battle Revolution. I will still be doing games like Money Sorry, I thought I was about to get interrupted. I will still be doing games like, obviously, Pokemon Revolution. I'll be doing that Pokemon Cafe mix. I'll be doing the Let's Mostly Play of Evo Pop, so you will be still seeing Evo Pop and stuff like that. And if there's any other... And I will also be going back to games like Sword and Shield. Sometime after we finish Pokemon Sun, which hopefully will happen within the next month or two. We will be trying to finish up Pokemon Sun, and then sometime after that, or maybe even between that project, if things don't really work out and we can't play Pokemon Sun that often, we will do Pokemon Sword and Shield at one point in time. So yeah, we will be doing those games. Guys, like I said, that's mainly all I gotta really talk about with you. That's really all that the third announcement really had to cover. It was mainly just talking about different games that's coming up on my channel, and what's gonna happen with some of these other things. Pokemon Revolution, we're gonna be doing, but that's sometime after Rampardos gets trained up and I changed his moveset. iPad and tablet gameplay is ending, and this section was just talking about different games that we're going to be starting as projects. I'll talk about more of those projects whenever we actually get to them. In fact, I may also be retrying to do Pokemon Masters, that game we played a long time ago but stopped doing abruptly and never went back to. I am going to try redoing that game at one point in time as well if I can. So just give me time, and that'll probably be another iPad project we'll be doing. The iPad Towel gameplay series you can still consider to be here. However, most likely you won't see, it won't be called the iPad and Tablet gameplay series, it'll be called the Let's Mostly Play Evo Pop. So we'll be mainly playing that. However, we'll also sprinkle in a little bit of Dragon Titans Uprising and stuff like that in it. So yeah. Anyway guys, that's all I want to talk about. And I'll see you for the next video. People are about to come in here, so it's perfect time for me to be stopping this video. That's all the announcement I had to make. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's go and clear all the stuff off the screen. Hey, you can actually see me now. Anyway guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. See you for the next video, which I don't know what will be yet. Probably either the Let's Mostly Play of Evo Pop or the Pokemon Cafe mix game. Again, no, I don't know which one. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We'll have to figure that out. Guys, again, I hope you enjoy. I'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye, everyone.